Good afternoon and good morning. Thank you for taking the time out of your day to have a quick look over our top fives, the ASX Exchange Traded Funds. This is our daily horizon view for Monday, the 4th of March. So let's crack the sky. The market was up slightly today, finished out at 6,302 points, up 0.62%. So commodities in general were down today, so you should be able to see that in the trades for the ETFs for the commodities as we go through our list. Top 5 percentage rises. So today we had China and Asia story today. We had our China ETF, which is about next, and that tracks the top 300 largest companies in the China A share market. Second top riser, just under 5%, was Cure, and that tracks S&P biotech shares in the States. That one's followed up by the China story again, so China News, so looking at the new economy index in China. IZZ, that one's another ETF that tracks large caps in China as well. Bit of money for China today. The last one was our global income leaders, so INCM. That one tracks the 100 highest yielding large mid-cap companies throughout the rest of the world, so excluding Australia. You get about 5% yield on that one. So first up for our top 5 percentage falls was the OO, which is our crude oil index. That one's a synthetic one. Next up we had MAG, which is our physical silver. Next up we had our international gold miners, so that one's excludes Australian companies. Next up we had Perth Mint Gold ETF. So that one, you buy a share in that one, and you've actually got physical gold allocated to yourself at the Perth Mint in Perth. Next up we had QAU, which is our gold bullion ETF again. So the main difference with that one, that's a beta shares one, and that invests in physical gold in the National Bank of Canada. So you can't walk down the Perth. So we had our top $5 rises for the day. This is going to be a US and China story. So we had IHV, which is the hedge variant of the iShares S&P 500 ETF. Then we had IVV, which is the unhedged variant. So that's one of the big boys, $2.8 billion in that ETF. Then we had CETF, which is VanEck Vectors ETF, and that tracks the top 300 Chinese stocks on the A-share market over in Shanghai. Then we had Cure. So Cure is the S&P biotech ETF. After that we had IGH. IGH is the iShares S&P Midcap 400 ETF. So you've got your China and America story in the top rises there. Flavour of the day. Then we had our top $5 falls. No real surprises in this list. So we had our physical platinum ETF. Up next we had the physical silver ETF, AG. Then we had our VanEck Vectors gold miners. Up after that we had triple O, which is our crude oil ETF. That's a synthetic one. I mean, IGB. So IGB is a Australian Treasuries ETF. So that one tracks the Bloomberg Australian Gold Treasury Index. People getting out of town. So yeah, top 5 number of trades. We're looking at all the big boys again for this one. So the top 10 or 12 ETF, the largest ETFs will be in this group. So we had VAS, which is our Vanguard Australia's share market index. That tracks the top 300. Then we had AAA, which is our high interest cash ETF. So if you need someone to park your surplus cash until you trade again, that's a good place to park it. After that, we had TVS, which is our Vanguard US Total Market Share Index ETF, and that's a big boy as well. Up after that one, we had our State Street Spider ASX 200 tracker. Up after that, the last one we had VGS. So VGS is a Vanguard that tracks the MSCI index for international share trades. So that looks at international companies excluding Australia. We had our top 5 for volume. I'd say we're going to see quite a few familiar names here as well. So we had IOZ, which is our iShares Core S&P ASX 200 ETF, popular one as well. We had CRED. That one's our Australian investment grade corporate bonds. Up after that, we had Asia. So that's our BetaShares Asia Technology Tigers ETF. So that one tracks the top 50 technology and online retail stores in Asia. The next one, USD. So that one's your BetaShares US dollar ETF. Last but not least, we had AAA, which is our Australian high interest cash ETF. Top 5 low value. Going to see some of the big boys again. IOZ, which is the iShares Core S&P ASX 200 ETF. IVV, iShares S&P 500 ETF. AAA, our high interest ETF again. VAS, which is our Vanguard Australian share index. That tracks the top 300. Then we have STW, which is our State Street Spider S&P ASX 200 ETF. So a strong focus on the top 200 in Australia and the top 500 in the States. As is a standard convention, we should always be completing our own further research. So this is designed to give you an overview and just show you the movements in the market so we can crack our own financial sky. So if you think what I'm doing is useful, good information, give us a like and subscribe. Thanks.